Vinicius Jr. has become one of the best players in the world. The speed, the trickery, the excellence. At the age of 22, he's already won everything that there is to win in club football. Signed at the age of 17 from Flamengo, he joined one of the world's biggest clubs and thus has become one of the most recognizable faces in world football. Unknowingly, however, he was walking into a series of racially charged incidents that would mark his short time in Europe so far. The first notable incident occurred in November 2021 during a clash against Barcelona at the Camp Nou. Vini Jr. was subjected to racial abuse from the fans, a dark event that was to be repeated multiple times in the future. Just a year later, in September 2022, he was again at the receiving end of racial taunts during a match against Atletico Madrid. In a disturbing act leading up to the Madrid derby, a mannequin wearing Vinicius' shirt was maliciously hung from a bridge. An act of hate that provoked widespread outrage, but sadly, no repercussions. Despite the severity of the incident, Madrid authorities chose not to press charges, stating that the taunts lasted a few seconds and it did not constitute a crime. Vinicius continued to face racial abuse as the season progressed. In December 2022, during a match against Valladolid, videos surfaced on social media showing fans hurling racial insults and even physical objects at him. The 22-23 season alone saw the Spanish league filing 8 complaints pertaining to racial slurs directed at Vinicius Jr. The Mallorca fan was later banned from holding a club membership for 3 years and faced a proposed fine and a 12-month stadium ban by Spain's Anti-Violence Commission. The most recent incident occurred during a match against Valencia, however. The game had to be temporarily halted due to racist chants from Valencia fans, leading to Vinicius Jr. being sent off from an altercation with a Valencia player. Rather than condemning the racist behaviour, La Liga president Javier Tebas criticised Vinicius Jr. for his reaction to the racial abuse on Twitter. In a poignant response, Vinicius tweeted, "Once again, instead of criticising racists, the president of La Liga appears on social media to attack me. Admitting yourself only makes you equal to racists. I'm not your friend to talk about racism. I want actions and punishments. Hashtags do not move me." These repeated racial incidents have spurred rumours about Vinicius' future with Real Madrid. ESPN Brazil and Forbes reported that he might consider leaving Real Madrid due to the persistent racial abuse that he has encountered in Spain in just his short career so far. He expressed his frustration, saying racism is normal in La Liga and hinted at a possible departure when his contract expires in 2024. Though the Champions League has provided a more welcoming stage, free from such abuse, his La Liga experience remains tarnished from this deeply troubling racial incidents. The tales of Dani Alves and Samuel Eto'o are classic examples of the racial abuse that has persisted in Spanish football. Dani Alves faced one of the most notorious incidents of racism in recent memory. In a 2014 match against Villarreal, a fan threw a banana onto the pitch, a well-known racial insult aimed at him. Displaying admirable defiance and resilience, Alves picked up the banana, ate a bite, and continued with the game. The act was not only a powerful statement against the perpetrator, but also ignited a global conversation about racism in football. It sparked an international anti-racism social media campaign, with fellow footballers and fans posting pictures of themselves eating a banana in solidarity. Samuel Eto'o was not spared from this bout of racism either. During his time with Barcelona, Eto'o experienced a disturbing incident during a match against Zaragoza in 2005. His teammates and the referee convinced him to continue playing, but the incident echoed all around the world, drawing significant attention to the issue from racism in Spanish football. It served as a stark reminder of the racial prejudice that many players face, especially those of African descent in European football leagues. Perhaps one of the most shocking incidents involved the late Luis Aragonés, the then coach of the Spanish national team. In 2005, Aragonés was caught on camera making a racially offensive comment about French star Thierry Henry. Despite his eventual apology, that incident highlighted the entrenched levels of racial prejudice in football, even at the highest levels of the sport. Something that is also deeply concerning is the victim blaming that occurs in this. Ignorant people suggest that these incidents are caused by the players' provocation, whatever that means. One such instance occurred in 2019 involving Moise Kean. During a match against Cagliari, Kane faced racist abuse from a section of opposition fans. As a response to the racial taunts, Kane celebrated a goal by standing in front of the crowd with his arms outstretched, seemingly undeterred by the abuse he had endured. However, rather than condemning the racist behaviour, some prominent figures within the football community resorted to victim blame. One of the notable voices was that of Leonardo Bonucci, Kane's teammate at Juventus. Bonucci suggested that Kane shared responsibility for the incident, stating that the blame is 50-50, implying that Kane's celebration incited the racist chants. This victim-blaming response drew widespread criticism and sparked a heated debate within the football community. It shed light on the broader issue of how society and even fellow players can sometimes deflect blame from the perpetrators of racism onto the victims themselves. These experiences, combined with Vini Jr.'s own encounters with racism, underline the importance of continued efforts to eradicate discrimination from the sport. The stories of these players stand as a powerful reminder that no athlete should have to endure such abuse, and that the footballing world must unite in the fight against racism.